Rapper August Alsina and his boyfriend went public officially for the first time this weekend when they attended Atlanta's Black Pride weekend. And you better believe we're going to talk about it. All right. Welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you're new here, click that subscribe button, press that thumbs up button to help me get in the algorithm. Join the conversation by getting in the comment section and leave me your thoughts and opinions on this story. And if you want to support the channel and donate to your boy, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate. All right. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. I truly, truly appreciate that. Listen, for the last couple of years, there's been some speculation on rapper August Alsina and his sexuality, whether or not he's gay, whether or not he likes men. August did this show on MTV called The Surreal Life a few years ago, and when he did the show, The Surreal Life, on the season finale, we saw this young man come into the frame with August. They hugged. August was talking about how this is his, I think he used the word brother, but it really came off a little more than brothers, if you know what I'm saying. And it set the internet on fire. People were wondering, was this August's way of coming out of the closet? People were saying, there was one side of the page of fans who were saying, no, he's not gay. That was not him coming out. That was his brother. That was his best friend. And then there were another side of the page, another group of fans who were able to look at that scene that we saw on The Surreal Life and realize that he was trying to tell us something, okay? We realized that August was slowly stepping out, okay? And I don't mean, stepping out on his man. I mean stepping out of the closet. Okay, so look, this weekend they officially made it official, right? They officially stepped out together as a couple, and now August's boyfriend is setting the record straight on his Instagram and saying, look, this is my man, okay? My man, my man, my man. My man is your man is my man, Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Listen, I'm not saying August is a cheater or nothing, by no means. I just like that song by SZA. My man is your man is your man, hers too. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, look. So let's get to it. So there were so many people who, and I get it, when you're a fan of somebody, maybe you have an idea of them, of how you see them, and you don't want to believe certain things about them. Because let's face it, August Alsina's fan base were mainly females, right? He's this R&B singer. He's been featured on a lot of songs with Chris Brown and a lot of other big name artists like that. He's, for the majority of his career, he considered himself heterosexual. But what man in the hip hop R&B music industry doesn't consider themselves heterosexual, right? It's almost can be damaging to your career if you don't presume yourself as heterosexual. But we're in different times now, right? We are in 2025. Maybe in 2005 you couldn't be a gay rapper, a gay artist, but times have changed. We have that now. We have people in those positions that are gay. So I feel like now August is comfortable to live out loud, live in his truth, live in his freedom, right? So let's take a look at the two out this past weekend. Okay, this is some photos of the two. They hosted a party at I believe the club was called Opium in Atlanta, and this was for, again, Atlanta Black Pride weekend. Okay, now we've seen photos of these two before. It's not like they have never been photographed before, right? It's not like there's been speculation over whether or not these two are a couple or not because there's been no photos. We've saw the photos. They're all over online. The two are always hanging out together, but you still had that percentage of people who were saying, oh, no, he's not gay. That's just his brother. That's just his friend, right? There were people who just did not want to admit the fact that this man that they probably had posters on their wall of, this man that they probably lusted after, maybe went to his concerts, maybe fingered the cootie cat too, they didn't want to believe that this was true about August, that he was gay, right? Which I don't even get what the big deal is, even if he is or isn't. Like, you're not going to be with him anyway, right? So, what is it about this whole fantasy? Because I think a lot of it is like, I saw a lot of comments from women who were like, I'm so disappointed. He just pissed me off. I can't believe he would do this. And it's like, and you can go find the comments. Go look under Shade Room. When Shade Room posted it, there were so many females who were like, I just don't get it. Why the fine ones always got to be gay? Listen, I don't know where that, I don't know where that little stereotype came from that all the fine men are gay, but baby, come to where I'm from, okay? Because they might, all the fine ones might be gay, but they're down low. Because all the gay ones I run into, uh, yeah, if you know what I'm saying, they yeah, without being rude, without being nasty. Shit, let's just be real. The gays that I be seeing, all of them ain't that fine. Okay, now I'm not gonna take away from the community that there are a lot of fine MFers. Okay, like myself. Toot toot. There are a lot of fine men in the community. Just there are a lot of fine straight men too. I don't think it's really narrowed down to a sexuality when it comes to men and how attractive they are. Anyway, let's get back to the story at hand. These two finally coming out, finally coming public with it. You see the photos of them at Club Opium, right? The blogs get to talking, the headlines get to talking. August and his alleged boo are out together, and I'm like, what more evidence do we need at this point? These two men are hosting a gay Black Pride party during gay Black Pride together. I mean, what other straight men come together and do that, right? It's like, what more evidence do we need? Well, when they went to this party, when they, pictures are taken, they're seen out together. That gets the rumor mill going, okay? That gets the rumor mill going, and the people start saying, oh, okay, August is out with his boyfriend. But then the rumor begins that August met this young man when this young man was 16 or 17 years old, allegedly, okay? That's what the streets was saying, all right? When they were seen out publicly this past weekend at this club, and it was, and listen, this was said before the whole Black Pride weekend thing. These rumors have been going around before. These photos and this event just happened to reignite the rumors, okay? So, the streets started talking again, and they were saying, oh, August and his boyfriend, the one that he started seeing when he was when the boy was 16, 17 years old, right? Now let's get August's age. So August is 32, right? Oh, he's my age. Okay. August is 32. Hey, August. Um and his boyfriend is in his early 20s, I believe, or 25. Like, and his boyfriend, they call him Zoo, Z-U. I don't know what the guy's real name is. Um, but excuse me. Um, okay, Zoo. His boyfriend is reportedly 22. Now, I've heard 25 as well. We'll just say somewhere between 22 and 25, okay? Now, these two have been together for the past 5 years. So people are trying to do math and say, oh, this guy was 16, 17 years old. So let's say the dude was 16 when they met. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That would make him 21 now. Let's say the guy was 25 when they met. That would have made them 20. That would have made Zoo 20 when they met. Well, listen, the boyfriend is coming forward and setting the record straight. Zoo is coming forward and setting the record straight and denying that he was underage when he and August met. Okay. All right. Now he's denying. He's addressing these rumors. He's denying it. Y'all, the people are out there saying he was groomed and all this and that. He's also denying the age difference between them, with people saying that it's inappropriate and all this whatnot. He's denying it all. He came out on Twitter, aka X, and he made a statement. Now, here's what I'll say. I've been following Zoo in August for a while. Ever since August was on the Surreal Life and we found out that he was gay. Um, well, he didn't say it, but listen, like I said, if you watch The Surreal Life, you could tell what the boy was trying to say. Okay? Ever since I've been following the two. And, okay, so his boyfriend made this post, or we're about to read it together, and he says that this is the only time that he and August are going to address this. Now, I've been following these two for the last few years since I found out that August, liked men. I started following him and the boyfriend, and if it's one thing I can say about the boyfriend don't really do a lot, say a lot, right? Zoo, he's not really like a clout chaser, it seems. For him to be so young, he's not out there on social media bopping his gums. He's not doing the most. He seems like he lets his man shine and he stays in the background. So, now according to complex.com, they say that August is 32 and Zoo is reportedly 22. Okay, now if you do the math, and they met 5 years ago, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. They would have been 17 years old when they met. Okay, now listen, the age of consent laws are different in certain states, I believe. So maybe where they were, I don't know. In California, is the age of consent 16? Maybe it was legal what they were doing. Now, I do think it's interesting that in the post, let's go ahead and put the post up. This is what Zoo posted to his Twitter page. I do find it interesting that he never says his age, but he does deny that he was 16 or 17. Let's read together, okay? This, my first and only time addressing this. I don't give an F about any external validation whatsoever. I don't need anyone's likeness. Okay, before we keep reading, Zoo, I love you, but if you didn't need anybody's likeness or validation, you wouldn't have posted this. I get you want to defend your man. I get it. I would want to too, but this is what we call validating. Okay, we're trying to validate the truth, right? What is his truth or his truth? He's trying to validate his truth, and I'm not blaming him for posting this because I get it. If people were saying that my man groomed me and all this shit, I would want to defend myself too. But just say that. Let it be what it is. It's okay. It's okay. You can let your pride and ego. You can let your guard down with it and just say this is what it is. I'm defending my man, whatever. He goes on to say, but I'm a grown ass man with his own mind and free will. If I ever do anything, it's because I want to do it. Og didn't wait. Where am I at? Sorry. If I ever do anything, it's because I want to do it. I met August when I was already of age, an adult. Og didn't even know me when I was 16 or 17. Not sure where that came from. Yeah, there's a slight age difference, but y'all pick and chooses who to judge when it comes to that. We will have known each other for 5 years towards the end of the year, so he's speaking in future terms because that's where we plan to make it. Okay, so I guess August was the one who came out and said, we've been rocking together for 5 years. So people started to kind of try to do the math and be like, oh, Well, if he's 22, y'all met when y'all were 17. But Zoo is trying to clear it up in this post and says, look, we will have known each other for 5 years towards the end of the year. Well, we are at the end of the year, Zoo. But I see what he's saying. So he says August is speaking in future terms because that's where they plan to make it. He says, I know I'm not an internet person and prioritize my peace before anything and protect my relationship because the media at times can seep in and tarnish beautiful dynamics. August is my boyfriend and we're happy with each other. Simple. So there it is. All you ladies and all you gays that thought y'all had a chance, that thought this man was lying about his sexuality or trying to do it for clout or whatever the case may be, there the proof is. They're finally coming forward, saying that they're a couple. They're finally owning it. I mean, as they should be. I felt like for the longest they were dangling the carrot. Like, are we a couple? Are we not? And I think it made for good publicity. I think it drummed up sales for his cologne and stuff like that because he's really been pushing. Sorry, y'all. I've been stuffy and sick lately, so I'm over here sniffling. But aside from August, really hasn't been doing a lot of music, what we know him for, but he's been pushing this unisex fragrance that he's had for a while called Alsina. It's a fragrance and it's also a skincare line, and I've heard it's actually really good. So go check that out if y'all want to check that out. That's encinawellness.com, ENCINA wellness.com. Okay, now let's continue. He says August is my boyfriend and we're happy with each other. Simple. But I can see how being quiet and trying to protect something of value to you can allow some people to spin the narrative and create a bunch of different scenarios which aren't true. Aug gives me a great life and I'm thankful. Okay. Okay. He says I call the shots. No, he says what y'all don't know is that I run this relationship. I call the shots. August just shows up and supports me in whatever I want to do. He supports my dream. He is a dream. Nothing is ever focused. Nothing is ever forced on either end. Hope this clears up any confusion. Stay fly. Interesting. I like where he said, I run the relationship. I call the shots. Okay. So are you wearing the pants, Zoo? Is August doing the bending? I'm just curious, right? Because he could be meaning like, look, I wear the pants in the relationship, meaning I make the most of the decisions, blah, 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 blah. Maybe they don't mean sexually. Maybe he doesn't mean... I didn't take it as... Because, listen, a lot of people... There's this thing, when you're gay, they're always like, who's doing the bending, right? who's the top, who's the bottom? It gives that August would be the top and Zoo would be the bottom. But then again, you can never assume because, this whole masculine, feminine, gender barrier thing, you can't always base it off that because I've seen some very masculine men do the bending, if you know what I'm saying. And I've seen some very feminine men do the sticking. So I don't want to judge based off of looks and demeanor and all that, but who knows? We can take it however you want when he says, what y'all don't know is that I run this relationship. I don't know how I would feel about my man saying that though. If my man were to be, like make a post and say, I'm sure August saw the post before he posted it. I'm sure, they talked about this post before they posted it, but for him to say I run the relationship, what do y'all think about that? Do you run the relationship, Zoo? Because when the bills come in every month, are you paying them? Because I would say that the person that's paying the bills be running the relationship. But nevertheless, I thought that this post that he made was, it was nice. It was cute. I like that he said, August supports his dream and that August is a dream. What do y'all think? I'm ready for them to sit down and do an interview. I want to hear it all. Like, how did y'all meet? let's get down to the nitty gritty, the rooty tooty. How did you meet this young man, August? What drawn you two to each other? Do you plan on getting married? What's the future look like? Are you gonna still do music, August? Cause maybe you could take the Little Nas route. Well, when I say that, y'all know what I mean. August can take the Little Nas route as far as leveraging the gay fan base. Now that you're an official gay rapper and you're out, I'm sure the gays will fawn over you. Um, and listen, August is not the only gay rapper, R&B singer, right? He's just one of the only ones that are brave enough to own it. So I give him props for having the courage to say, I don't care if my music career tanks. I don't care what happens. I'm going to live in my truth, right? Now, questions mounted over Zoo's age after Alsina posted photos of their club appearance in Atlanta and said that they had known each other for 5 years. This is according to Complex.com. Um, and in his statement, Zoo said that he and August will have known each other for 5 years by the end of this year. Okay, so we got August saying they've known each other 5 years. We got Zeus saying they'll know each other for 5 years at the end of this year. But look, I get it, right? My man and I, what's so crazy is my man and I will have known each other for 5 years in October, right? It's September now. I've been saying the same thing. Like when people ask me, I'll be like, the guy that I'm seeing, I've been knowing him for 5 years. Even though I met him in October and it's not October yet, you kind of round up a little bit. You round up. So I get what August was saying. If they met in December, it's okay to say I've known the guy for 5 years. If they met 5 years ago in December and it's September right now, it's okay to be like, oh, we met 5 years ago, right? Because who's going to say we met four years and 9 months ago? No one's going to say that. You round up. Um, Now, in a series of tweets, August criticized the rumors of him grooming Zoo and said that the younger partner lied about his age when they first met. Okay? Let's read that again. In a series of tweets, August Alsina criticized the rumors of him grooming Zoo and said that the younger partner lied about his age when they first met. Quote, granted, he was over 18, Alsina wrote, but the fact still remains, and I found out later upon meeting the family. But this information that would require me throwing my man under the bus and involving MFers in our story who ain't worthy just to appease their own trauma. Okay? So we're going to post the screenshot where August says, August is responding to someone. Okay? August is responding to someone here. And he says, exactly. And the even crazier part is that Zoo lied to me about how old he was when we first clicked up. Granted, he was over 18, but the fact still remains, and I found out later upon meeting the family. But this is the information that would require me throwing my man under the bus. So the boyfriend lied to August when they met and told him that he was one age when he was another. Now, the boyfriend was of age the whole time. What I'm gathering from it is that the boyfriend didn't want to be like, oh, I'm 18. Oh, I'm 19. So he probably lied and said, I'm 24, to try to make himself seem more mature, because I don't know about you, but I'm 32. And if I meet someone and they tell me that they're 18, 19, 20, like it turns me off instantly. I don't want to date someone that young. I mean, it's a mindset thing. You're in two different places mentally. Um, so not saying I don't agree with Zoo lying at all, but at least he wasn't underage and lied to him. It's a big difference, right? It's a big difference to be of age, over 18, and lie about your age of being older than it is to be 15, 16, and then lie about your age and say you're older. Two totally different things. Let's see. I think that's really everything when it comes to this story. I was trying to look more into it to see what else I can find, but that looks like that's it. There's really nothing salacious to the story. I think people are really thinking that this guy was, really young when they met. And listen, until I get some confirmation, I don't know. I ain't seen a birth certificate. I don't know how old the zoo boy is, right? I don't know. The people are saying 22. Then I hear 25. But August says that they met when Zoo was over 18. So if they met, let's give Dude the benefit of the doubt and say that they met when he was 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That would make him 23 now. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this story? Even if the boy was 17, again, there are age of consent laws. So, maybe there's that gray area there. I don't know, but that's why I'm curious to hear from you on what you think about this story. Are you surprised? Did you believe that August was really gay, or were you one of those that thought, no, it can't be? It can't be. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, okay? And we'll talk more down there. Also, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you get to stay locked and loaded to all the Damien After Dark content, okay? Press that thumbs up button and like this video. That helps me get into the algorithm. And if you want to donate to the channel, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.